I did a thing. What's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel where I talk and do everything pinball. So if that sounds interesting to you, then hit that subscribe button down below. I bought a Gottlieb Waterworld. Now, this is not going to be going in my collection. I need to add that this is not going in my collection. This will be a location pin. I will be doing a separate video showing you some before, during, and after of shopping this machine up because it definitely needs it, as you will see in this video. But what this video is going to be about is essentially rating a machine when purchasing, or just having a good knowledge of what you would rate your own machine. Now, when I say rating, there is a universal / very subjective scale whenever you're talking about a pinball machine that you're going to purchase. That scale ranges from 1 to 10. 1 being basically pretty much the machines you saw maybe in my previous video when I went barn diving, and then you have 10, which is reserved for new in-box machines. Okay, so whenever you're looking at machines and someone wants to say that their cabinet or playfield is a 10 out of 10, then it better be new in box, or it better be one hell of a restoration. But typically the 10 rating is reserved for new in box. So majority of the time your rating should range between 9 and 1. 2 separate categories, 1 for cabinet, 1 for playfield. Now, my cabinet overview, I'm not as critical on my rating due to the fact that cabinet work is a little bit more easier to fix. It's not as sensitive as your playfield. So what I want to do is go over the cabinet to see what all is going through my head visually when I'm observing a machine when I'm going to purchase it, or when I'm selling my machines, how I can give someone a number to give them an idea of the machine's integrity. So let's pan over the cabinet now, and let's find all the defects or issues that I need to be concerned about, and then let's give my rating, and I want to see what you think about that. So here we are on the left side box artwork. It looks to be intact with no major flaws or defects other than a chip on the bottom corner there. With probably just a good cleaning will fix that up. Here I can see some moderate planking throughout the artwork, with of course some occasional dirt spots and a little bit of chipping paint. Just little spots here and there. Now, another concern are the side rails, which Gottlieb, I don't know what it is with these side rails, but whenever you leave one in adverse weather conditions, you're pretty much guaranteed to have rusted up side rails. I'm not sure what the deal is with this company and their side rails. Here I can see some flaking around the black edge, missing right there at the top, some dirt, a decal smudge right there, as well as a deep scratch into the wood. And of course, wherever the legs are at, they've been dug into the wood, and some more planking throughout the artwork. Bowling door looks to be pretty intact. Going up here, the right side rail must have been close to a window or more moisture than the other side, because this side rail, it's hard to catch it on the video, but this has more rust on it. A lot of black missing right here on the side. This side, like I said, had to have been facing towards the window or more humidity, because the planking on this side's a little more heavier, but overall still not that bad. The colors that are missing, the painted chips, are solid, like yellow and black, so that would be easy to touch up. It's not like I'd had to like really mix up a lot of different kind of colors to get something right. And yep, just the usual planking, some black on the sides right there missing, deep gouges in the wood for the legs. That's pretty typical. Yep. Let's see what the this side, black missing on the edges. Artwork seems to be intact. Artwork and translite are all intact, looks pretty good. Let's see what the very back of the machine looks like now. Alright, no big deep gouges or missing text or anything like that. Some black missing. There's a piece of tape that needs to be taken off. Hopefully it won't take any paint off whenever I do that either. And just some minor touch-ups in black on the back. So there's the cabinet. The cabinet overall, I want to say, is in very good shape. The paint touch-ups are merely and mostly in the black area, so it's very simple to touch that stuff up. It just probably needs a good cleaning and maybe even a good wax on there to help prevent that planking from getting any worse. But no major art mishaps or gouges in the wood that's going to have to require some Bondo to get it all fillered up and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to rate this cabinet a 7 out of 10. Once you get it all touched up, cleaned up and everything and waxed and get a good little sheen on it, then it might even be an 8. On to the playfield. Now, like I've already stated, I'm much more critical on my playfields, especially if they're going into my collection. Now, if they're not going into my collection, I have a lot more room for error. So let's start on this side of the playfield. Just going to kind of pan over and see what we can find. A lot of the issues I'm just seeing is dirt, but right here is the worst spot at the playfield, some wear over the flipper. These rubbers, I fear if I look at them wrong, they will bust. So I'm just trying to give you a good closer view of how close these damn things are to busting. Easy fix though, doesn't determine my score. Just determines the price I buy it for. Second area with some wear on it is this area for the harpoon shooter. It's got like a trail marker for when the ball launches. Not too bad, but it's there. A lot of the stuff back here behind and in the back area of the play field and on the plastics, and it's just a bunch of dirt and dust. Just needs a good little cleaning. So I want to say that was probably all the wear spots that I've already pointed out. Just some dirt trails. There's even a little bit of rust on this area up here on the D's area. So that's going to have to be cleaned up. Around the pop bumpers, no wear because the Mylar, I'm sure. You've got a clippy protector on the dive hole, which is nice. Decal on the slide starting to bubble up right there. Other than that, right there looks pretty dang decent. Just needs a really good cleaning and waxing and it should shine up pretty nice. Shooter lane, just a little bit of cleaning, it should look good. Not much give in the flippers, but a little bit. Let's check underneath the flippers to make sure there's nothing under there. Underneath the flippers look pretty good too. Everything's mechanically functional. There are 2 total major defects on this playfield. One of them is above the right flipper, as I've already stated. Now, if it was going into my collection, then I would do some touch-ups on this with some airbrushing, and then I would eventually clear coat it to seal it in to where there's no more issues. Since it's going on location, I'm not really even going to worry about doing a touch-up on it. I'm just probably going to put a little sheet of Mylar over that area to keep it from getting any worse. We're not down to the bare wood on it, but the paint has kind of rubbed away. So if we continue to do that on a dirty play field, then it's just going to get worse. So we're going to get it cleaned up, get it waxed, put a sheet of Mylar just over that spot to prevent any further defect. The other issue on the play field is near the harpoon shooter lane. It's just got like a thin line where the ball has been rolling over the years. It's not even really that big of a deal. Like I said, it's going on location. It's barely noticeable. So I'm not too concerned with that, but I do have to take that into effect on what the rating is going to be for any kind of defects that I see. Now, obviously, if this machine gets cleaned up, waxed, and everything's all nice and shiny, then cosmetically that would improve the rating of the playfield, right? I would assume so. So I'm having to judge this machine and playfield on its current state, not what it could be. I can give that a separate rating, but I want to rate it on what it is right now. So in its current state, with it being in the condition that it is, with the roughness just around that, it's not even that much. I'm going to give this playfield a 6. And once it gets all cleaned and waxed up, I might even bump it up to a 7. But once again, this is completely subjective, everyone. That's why I want to get your feedback now on what you would rate this Waterworld when it comes to the cabinet quality and the playfield quality. Let me know down below. Thanks everyone for watching till the end. If you like what you've seen here, give me that thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And in case you haven't already, smash that subscribe button down below. That way you can be notified of whenever I upload new material for your viewing pleasure. Until next time, peace out.